Hey, I'm still wearing the Snuggie and I'm still talking to you. I wish I could broadcast this like a radio station or something. Um, but really, if you add a bunch of my videos to a playlist and let it go, it's like having talk radio right in front of you. Okay, so I'm flipping through channels earlier on the TV, and mind you, I just have antenna TV, so I get your local stuff and whatnot. All right, I'm traveling through the channels, and I have an info key on my remote control, so I push the info key, and it tells me what's on the particular channel I'm on. Well, I'm watching, and I'm watching, and I get to this one channel, and it's a Western, and I want to know which Western it is. I hit the button, and it says Law and Order Special Victims Unit. I didn't know they had special victims units back in the 60s or the 50s or whatever. Even though the Western stuff was in color, it still you could tell was old. I was like, okay. Well, I sat there for a minute. I'm like, well, maybe they're watching this on TV. And I sat there and I'm like, joke's on me. That's not the show that's on. And then you go to one of the other, like, say we get a channel 13, we get a 13.1, a 13.2, a 13.3, and a 13.4, and possibly a 13.5. Well, on one of those point numbers, that particular show movie was listed as that, so it was weird. But not all my channels are coming in. But so getting back on the whole train of thought of things and not derailing it, and yeah, um, I'm flipping through, and I get to a channel that has an episode of a TV show called The Jerry Springer Show. Trash. I wondered, I was looking at the way the audience was set up, and all this trash that was on the screen. Mind you, I don't even have a clue. There were people dressed up like they were getting married, and there was cake everywhere, and there was cake all over the people and around them, and somebody was unfaithful to somebody else before the wedding, and there was a fight, and then there was a fight on the stage, and, oh, needless to say, I looked at that, and I wondered if it's orchestrated like you do a Broadway play. Like, I wonder, if I know that they try to rile them up to get them to fight and everything, but I wonder if there's like a script that's written for somebody to start with, and then you either follow the script or you ad lib. And then it's like, obviously it's not real life, because I've seen some of the same talk about using some of the same people in different storylines. I'm sorry, the Steve Wilkos show isn't that great either. He used to be his bouncer, and now he has his own show. How are these things staying on the air, and yet Red Band Society got pulled? Or, what else has been pulled? Marry Me last year got pulled from last season. I don't know. There's lots of shows that you sit there and watch, and you think they're good, and they get pulled, yet something as grotesque and awful as a Jerry Springer show is still staying on the air. Daytime talk show. Now, I think it's a sham, really, because it's trash. I mean, if you actually hear that show Maury, okay? Back earlier in his career, he used to be a lot better. His shows didn't all used to be, let's have a paternity test of this person, let's have a paternity test of that person. He actually had shows that had stories and stuff. And not everything required a paternity test. It was similar to like the Sally Jesse Raphael show that used to be on. They would, each show would have a different topic and different set of people, and they would talk through things and work through things, and sometimes they would give them a gift, and other times it would just be so-so. Well, um, they'd bring them on, they interview them, they'd, go on their own merry way. Well, now it seems that Maury is all about, that's not my baby. Let me find out if that's my baby. Oh, she cheated on me, or oh, he cheated on me, and it's just a glorified Jerry Springer show. Now, You know, occasionally you'll get a topic that seems kind of interesting on some of these shows, and you'll stop and start to watch, and then you'll realize it's the same old mess. So, the stuff where people actually came and told their stories and gave their opinions of stuff seem to be almost non-existent anymore. Now it's just rotated to figure out who's fathered whose kid and who's got the better parent and who's got the deadbeat dad and all that garbage. Don't waste your time with it. It's not worth it. I watch Dr. Phil every now and then, but now I just mostly watch, if I want to watch it, I watch reruns off of YouTube if they're on there. I used to, every single day, I think I probably still get the newsletters to tell me what the 5 days that are coming up, what's going to be on the show, so I can figure out what days I want to be home to watch it. Well, I'm home almost every day. So, I just, when we switched to the Roku TV and started with the online stuff, I don't watch daytime TV on regular TV. I didn't even know that, excuse me, I know about the talk on CBS, but I didn't know that, one of the higher channels has a show called The Real, whatever that is, and it's just basically another version of the same show. And then, of course, the talk is very similar to The View. And after a while, they all look alike. I mean, the only time to really tune in is when there's somebody on there that you want to see. Otherwise, you know, sometimes you listen to them talk and it's just like, do you guys have nothing better to do? But that's what they're being paid for, is to sit there and yammer on about stuff. Must be a fun job. I don't get paid to yammer on about stuff for you guys, but I do it out of the goodness of my heart and to vent. So, that is all for this video, folks. Let's see. I don't know how long until I'll reach my 200 mark, hopefully before the end of the weekend. Probably way before then. I prefer before Friday, but we'll see what happens. And I'm not stopping. My uploads, I'll be kind of erratic, but I can't make my whole life be about YouTube because YouTube's a hobby. So, I'll talk to you about stuff, I'll come on and do videos, but when I first started it, I wanted to get a camera and I want to do like almost 24/7, and I don't really want to do that as much anymore. I want to sit down and have real conversations with you guys, which is what I'm doing. So, it's turned into more of a NPR type thing, you know, a talk radio where you're just sitting here, but you get to see me. So, yep, that's all I got for here. Have a good one. Megan Shepherd 81, meganshepard81@gmail.com. Drop me a line, comment, whatever below. Thank you.